Danny Brown show. We about to get live. Let's go.
I'm actually on a mushroom binge right now. I think it's like fuck therapy, I ain't gonna say that. Shouts out to BetterHelp. Just take mushrooms. It's gonna get you through. You can do whatever you want. Look, I've been on a month-long mushroom binge. I joined a Muay Thai gym. Danny Brown is kicking pads and doing dumb shit. I never would have did shit like that. I think I'm still tripping. And once I get normal out of this mushroom binge that I'm on, I haven't seen normal shit in a long time. Like trees and shit, it all been purple. I haven't seen a normal color in a long time. You know the fucked up part about me? Because people be like, oh, mushrooms are so disgusting. They taste so nasty. I've taken so much mushrooms that I actually like the taste now. So like a pistachio. You know what I'm saying? Like to the point, look. You know what I'm talking about? Like, if you take mushrooms that much, you'll be like, you start to kind of like crave the taste. Like, you be like, I want that. Like, ugh. I love mushrooms, but they taste so nasty. I love the taste of mushrooms. Shouts out me. One thing about mushrooms, it definitely doesn't make me horny, though. Because I remember one time I took some mushrooms and started to try to have sexual relations. And the only thing I could think about is like, why am I doing this? Like, this isn't right. Like, my penis is going in and out of her, thinking about all the shit she probably going through in her life. Like, how do we end together? Like, what timeline is this? We probably shouldn't be doing this because we're not going to think about, like, the purpose of sex is to have kids. It's not for personal pleasure. And am I being selfish for this? And, you know, I'm going to pay for this. You get what I'm saying? The mushrooms ain't for no freaky action with me. I would definitely say that. I actually, one time I met a guy, he said he was fucking aliens and shit. He got him pregnant. There you go. I met this nigga right there. Wait, yeah, that's my dog. For real. He painted the pictures. What he said happened. Yeah, David Huggins. I met this nigga and we had a long talk about the aliens and shit. And I mean, you know, you can talk to somebody, you like, yeah, you want some bullshit. I don't know, man. He ain't saying like he was lying. You know, somebody you could just tell, you know what I'm saying? Like, you ask him a question, he instantly answered like he ain't even thinking. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was quick with it. Like, and he was like, man, they caught him in the forest slipping on some horny shit one day. And he was like, man, she whipped that shit out. She was bad than a motherfucker. He couldn't resist. But he said he got over 100 alien kids. Y'all got to check it out. Do your homework on this shit. But yeah. Now when a motherfucker come out and says some shit like this, should we take him serious or be like, this is just another crazy nigga on drugs? I'm telling you, I took him serious. Pagan. I mean, it ain't gay. You know what I'm saying? It ain't gay. Anything you do with a woman ain't gay, I guess. But it is that is the new world we in, man. You got a lot of guys that's into that shit, man. They want that real official orgasm, man. They say you can achieve some shit with the booty hole that you can't do normally. I'm not really trying to find out. Me going to the doctor and getting a finger, man, was life-changing to me, man. I mean, I'm not really in a rush to go back. And you know what I'm saying? Every now and then, you know, you get that freaky enough girl and, you know, she get to hitting the scrum and then she get to dropping it low and you be like, ooh, shit, woo. It feel good. You know what I'm saying? It do feel good. But she might get a little too freaky and think you might want the extra action and she go for it. And I've had those a few times. I dare and kick the bitch in the motherfucking face. Bitch, get off me. If that's something you like to do, I ain't gonna hate on you, man. I don't kink shame. But yeah, some of y'all are a little too intense. I've been in my fair share of sex toy shops. When you start taking like animal orifices and shit like that, and you taking like big bazookas and shit getting too far in your life. When motherfuckers like prolapsing and shit like that, like shit getting to a little too far. Bidets is a life-changing shit. You know what I'm saying? I remember my first time I hit the bidet. I mean, you know, being in the hood, you ain't like commonly coming across bidets, but obviously I was touring in Europe. They had a bidet in a hotel room. I was like, oh shit, you know, they got one of them booty washers. You know what I'm saying? Let me see what this motherfucker hitting on. And then, you know what I'm saying, when I cut it on, it just was like pure ecstasy, man. I was drifting off into space. I was late for my show and everything. I just came back. I couldn't even think straight while I was on stage. I just ran right back after the show, ran right back to the bidet, just cut that motherfucker on and put some soft music on. So in my early 20s, as a grown man that should have been having his own thing going on, I live with my grandparents. And every weekend, my grandma have her boyfriend come through and she be like, you can't come back. You got to go find somewhere to go because she want to get her dick on the weekend. She like, nigga,
But sometimes I would still pull back up. Like I would find somewhere to go. I'm like, fuck that. I'm not gonna do it like 3 a.m. Like, grandma, let me in. Like I'm homeless. Like, let me in. And she'll be so mad. She'll show up with her robe and shit. Like, you knew what I was doing tonight. Fuck you, Daniel. And I gotta go sleep on the couch and shit. But that's my black grandma. My Filipino grandma, I lived with her after I got out of jail. And it was no bitches. She don't like having like random people to her house. But sometimes I'd be like, I'm horny. Fuck this. And I would just bring a bitch through and just take the abuse after the fact. Oh my God, we going too deep. This was old school. So this was back in the day of phone chats. If anybody remember that, like party line. But if you were like really creepy and freaky back in the day, you called these phone chat and then you would call them and then you can like leave a message like, I would say some shit like 6 foot, big ass dick, hit me up. You get what I'm saying? And the bitch could go to like these profiles and they could go to these profiles and shit. They'll hit you up, they'll send you a message and shit. And then you can talk. And then one time this bitch hit me up like, yo, she was down to come through. I was still living with my grandma. I'm like, I can't really have bitches over here like that, but I'm gonna risk it. Bitch, come through. This bitch pulls up. I mean, I'm not like a bad guy with like pubic hair and shit. Like I kind of like a little bush here and there because it makes me feel grown. Like a bitch pulled up with the bald pussy. It's kind of a little pedophile a little bit. You get what I'm saying? But no, this bitch had too much hair. She had so much hair that she braided it up and put beads on it. So I was fucking her from the back and the beads was scraping. It was making a scraping noise on the floor. Like we're trying to be quiet as possible, but my grandma is downstairs hearing this bitch pubic hair beads scrape across the floor. All right. So yeah, I fucked a bitch with pubic hair so long, she braided it and put beads on it and thought that would be hot. I mean, I'm talking about it today, so she left, you know what I'm saying? Because I fucked mad people, but I don't remember them. I remember that bitch. You know what I'm saying? She left her mark. You know what I'm saying? So I don't even know if the sex was good or anything. I just remember the sound of the beads. It sounds so fucked up. And my nigga, look, I know he listening to it, Triple Black. My nigga Triple Black the one brought the bitch through. Only him will bring a bitch like that. But I just got out of jail, so I was horny. You know what I'm saying? Chicken pox almost killed my motherfucking ass when I was in the 4th grade. That's the reason why I don't know my multiplication tables now. For real, because when they, we was like on the 2s, the 3s, and all that shit, man. I got chicken pox, man. I was out of school for like a few months. I came back, these motherfuckers was on 9 times 8. And then that's how you know public schools don't give a fuck about a nigga, man, because the bitch ain't try to catch me up or nothing. She just let me in the water, like, nigga, figure out fish. So now I'm always that's how I felt algebra. By the time I got to like 6th grade, I'm like, algebra, this shit fucked up. You know what? Fuck school. Started skipping class and shit. So yeah, chicken pox fucked my life up. But yeah, I went back to school. Yeah, teacher was like, fuck you, Daniel, figure it out. Like even to this day, you give me some ill multiplication table, I'm gonna look stupid for a minute, like, it ain't just like on the spot, like click. Like division shit like that, geometry, don't even ask me shit about no shit like that. 6th grade to the time I was supposed to graduate, it literally was F's in every math class. Cause I just stopped going. Cause I wasn't good, I didn't know shit. Bitch ain't teach me multiplication, so fuck you, Miss McFadden. You fucked my life up. Thank God I knew how to rap. I really think it's a movie called Gay Niggas in Space. I'm not making this up. I don't know if it's called that, but if you type gay niggas in space, the film will come up. I can't make this up. I know I've seen this before. It's the pink one right there. Gay Niggas from Outer Space. I'm telling you, check it out, man. I give it, it's one of those you have to watch just to say you did it. Saying I wouldn't give it an Oscar or no shit like that, but yeah. Gay Niggas from Outer Space, man. Directed by Morten Lindenberg. Can you type up, Morten Lindenberg? Cause he don't sound too black to me. This nigga. Yeah, that's you, nigga. Oh, no, it gotta be the third nigga, the black and white nigga right there. Yeah, he definitely wrote that shit. Yeah, so everybody check out Gay Niggas in Outer Space. I can't make this up, man. I mean, yeah, it's funny as fuck, though. I would for comedic purposes, man, you will have a great time. Now, I wouldn't say, you're gonna get anything out of it besides some Gay Niggas in Outer Space. I mean, the movie, the title is what it is. Like you see, I'm looking a little more lean and trim and shit. I've been doing nighttime jog, but I think I'm about to stop doing that because the other night, I was doing my nice little nighttime jog. And I feel like I look like a regular, cool, I don't feel like I look like a threatening civilian, but it was this white lady coming my way as soon as I was coming. As soon as we got like maybe even a little bit close, she definitely cried all the way over the street, like behind the car and was peeking behind the car. And I'm like, bitch, I'm out here doing the same shit you doing. You think I'm out here I'm rape jogging? What the fuck is you think going on? Niggas ain't out here rape jogging. You know what I'm saying? The rapists, I feel they walk up smooth and creep. I had a motherfucking Dennis Rodman jersey and shorts and
shit. You get what I'm saying? Headphones on. Ain't nobody raping nobody with headphones on, man. You definitely not no fucking rapist, bitch. So I was mad, and she was fat as fuck. Not saying I was like a bigger boned woman, but I'm like, come on now, bitch. I know you out here, you ain't even got it together yet, man. Like, you get what I'm saying? I've been numb before bed since I can make white. Huh? Oh, you nasty. Make white. Y'all niggas, man. Now it keeps me awake when it used to put me out. How do I change a lifelong habit? Keep that, bro. Nigga, you better stop. You gotta stop jacking off, nigga. Go work out or something, man. There's other things you can do before bed that can make you sleepy. I know, motherfuckers be like melatonin and all this shit. You just addicted to jacking off, and you just need to join church and get, you know what I'm saying? Hey, for real, man. You just need to have faith in something, man. You just need to put your faith into something else. That's all. You should be praying before sleep, nigga, not jacking off, man. So yeah, that would be something that would keep your ass up for sure. If you think about it, nigga, that's all your dead relatives cussing you out. Nigga, why you always jacking off every night? If you just keep that in your head, like grandma watching me, I know that's all. Cliche thing to think about. Cause I be like, I don't give a fuck, grandma. You gone. You gone already.
STIs right there that's the next level. You get what I'm saying? Like once you start transmitting diseases and shit. Actually, if you fuck like that, it's like basketball and injuries. You know what I'm saying? Like I expect a porn stuff like gonorrhea is like an ankle sprain. You know what I'm saying? Like like STDs to like, you know what I'm saying? The people that fuck like that is like normal, like regular injuries. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, if you're a porn star, nasty bitch fucking everybody, you gonna leave with a couple bumps and bruises every now and then. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta know how to deal with them. I mean, you won't get the big deal, the blue waffle, what they call that. Was that a real thing?
Yeah.
What is it called? Is it blue waffle?
Yeah, blue waffle.
I saw a couple pics on Instagram. Don't pull it up. Stop.
But I remember back in the day as a kid, used to get comic books in your Goodfella box. If motherfuckers don't know what a Goodfella box is, that was like the free package you would get at school. You would have to turn in. That's like when your mama was on welfare and shit. You can get a Goodfella box. They give you a pair of these terrible rustler jeans. Like, you ever seen a nigga with the rustlers on? Like, oh, you got to about the Goodfella box. So that was a joke. You could never wear the rustler jeans. But they give you all the essentials that you would need in the Goodfella box. They would give you some rustler jeans, some socks. There go Detroit, had to pull up. You know I can't be making this shit up. I was poor. I'm from the hood. That's the thing. You never wanted to be seen getting your Goodfella box. So you wanted to try to sneak it to the teacher. She'd be like, everybody turn your Goodfella slips in. And you got some of those kids, they ain't give a fuck. That's the ones that came from real fucked up third world conditions. They running up with the Goodfella slip. Like, I was the one kid that tried to play it off and then run up then after the class, you know what I'm saying? I'm walking out the door and be like, I slip it to her like I'm giving her my phone number out that motherfucker, man. Like, take this Goodfella slip. Cause my mama would have whooped my ass if I ain't get my Goodfella box. She's like, nigga, you better get that Goodfella box. But yeah, they would give you the basic essentials. They give you the rustler jeans, they give you some socks, maybe like a skull cap, a scarf, some gloves, some mittens, and they'll give you like some toothpaste, like little like cleaning products and shit like that. And they always give you a toy, and they might have a comic book in that bitch. And that was the coolest shit about the comic book, because the comic book was called Captain Detroit. And it was just about this motherfucking superhero from that's my superhero, nigga, Captain Detroit. There you go, the black nigga right there. I feel like, yeah, there you go. But Captain Detroit, this nigga, he was just running around beating up crackheads and shit. I don't ever think he saved crime. He was like, I'm about to go out here and fuck these niggas up. So Captain Detroit was just running around whooping drugs. He was like the Batman of crackheads. You get what I'm saying? But he wasn't asking no questions. He wasn't talking to him saying nothing cool. He just was showing up. He was sneaking, doing drive-bys and shit like that. I don't even think he did any like fisticuffs. I think he was just shooting guns at them and shit. He'd just run up and shoot crackheads. I don't give a fuck, man. Ain't no seasoning in the world gonna make an actual human taste good. I mean, pork is good. I really do love bacon. And they say pigs, pigs eat anything. They eating all type of fucked up shit and it becomes them. I feel like the pig is the most seasoned naturally. You know what I'm saying? You don't really got to season no pork like that. That motherfucker, he got his own saltiness. You get what I'm saying? So I'm just thinking with a nigga, you know what I'm saying, that been growing up eating KFC and Mama's mac and cheese, you know what I'm saying, Lowry seasoning salt, Frank's hot sauce. Niggas might be tasty. You just got to fry them. You know what I'm saying? That's the only way. Like if you grill a nigga or boil them, nigga gonna be like, man, this shit kind of, it's a little off. It's a little gamey. But if you deep fry some niggas, that shit might be fire. That shit probably pop up at the motherfucking, one of these Texas, Mexico state fairs or something. Niggas, fried niggas. Step right up. That shit be like pork rinds. You know what I'm saying? White people taste like aspartame. They just taste like artificial sugars. Listen here, buddy. That's definitely some white people shit, but that's definitely some old school OK Corral about to get shot with a 6-shooter type shit, man. Motherfucker called me buddy in an argument, man. He got it. That's Texas Gun Law Rifle Association member. Like, you get what I'm saying? If a motherfucker call you buddy during an argument, just get the fuck out of Dodge, man, because this shit ain't gonna end well for you. Either a ill-ass MMA fighter type nigga, or this nigga got an arsenal of weapons at his disposal. Like right now, like knife in his boot, 6-shooter in his balls, you know what I'm saying? AK on his back, and you don't see none of this shit. He just standing there looking like a regular nigga, and he hit you with some John Wick shit. So anytime somebody give you like a nice like nickname, like buddy, you know what I'm saying, or something like that, like almost feels like it's endearing in some sense, he know he gonna fuck you up. So just he giving you like some low-key advice. So I wouldn't say that's some white people shit. I would say that's some killer shit. So every nigga ain't Andrew Tate, man. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, the top G. That's my dog right there, man. I'm pretty sure everybody has gone down the top G rabbit hole. I don't know how he done it, but he's definitely taken over the internet, and you can't do nothing but respect it or check it. And everybody that seems to check it lose, so you might as well get down with it. I love the nigga, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. I think I'm about to pay the $50 for the course, man. Fuck it. I'm in Hustlers University now, man. It can't be no worse. It can't get no worse than this, man. I want my Bugattis too. Fuck this shit, man. I want to hang with the top G. Anybody else talking shit, they hating, man. The top, he the realest one right now, man. Top Gun. That's the first gay porno I ever saw. I mean, it was softcore, and then I heard 2 is even gayer. You know what I'm saying? Did y'all see the new Top Gun?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we saw. We got aviators after. Yeah,
was it dope, though?
I got them right here, bro.
Was it dope?
It's pretty sweet.
Yeah, like everybody said it was a great
cool.
film. But was it gay, though?
It was pretty gay.
Yeah, there's one scene that gets real gay.
There was everybody in the theater.
That's the only reason that's the only reason I'm gonna check it out, for the gayness. I don't want to watch it for none of the action. I want to see the gayness. So that's only. I mean, I seen part 1. I got to see how this ends. I mean, I'm still stuck on the edge of my seat. She's a legend, though. You know what I'm saying? She really a legend because she fuck white bitches up, man. Like niggas don't trust them. No, I mean, you never supposed to in the first place. But you know, white women can seem very wholesome. But once you find out they shitting on beds, it's like that's when you got to start looking at them a little like you got an animal instinct to you. Like the shit could get triggered and it could snap anytime. She's beautiful though. I will say she is beautiful. But if a bitch shit in my bed, like a bitch shit, I did tell you about the time I woke up with shit in the bed at TwitchCon. But I think that was my shit though. Yeah, I went to TwitchCon one time. I think I got food poisoning though. I think it was food poisoning. And I just ended up got blackout drunk and I fell asleep in the bed. And then when I woke up, the chick I'm with, it was embarrassing. I blamed it on her though. I'm like, bitch, what you just do? I was so in denial. I was like, man, the niggas breaking the room last night and shit in the bed. Like, you know, we at TwitchCon, man. They had just some weird, nerdy type niggas out here, man, that be doing like prank shit like that, man. Last thing I want to do is end up in some nigga YouTube video. Like, he shitted in my bed and some shit like that. Because I do this a lot where I would drink and I fall asleep in hotels or random places and wake up and not knowing where the fuck I was at. Last weekend when I was in Seattle, I fell asleep at my homie crib. I got drunk and shit, fell asleep. And he got this fucking ill-ass fucking mansion, acres and all type of shit like that. And I wake up, I think I'm in my hotel room though, but I wake up and it's this nigga, it's one of my homies, he sleep on the couch. And I'm like, how this white man get in my room? But then I looking around my room like, my large, spacious penthouse suite. How the fuck this nigga get in my room? So I shake the white man, which is my friend of over 10 years at this point, named Alex. I shake because he had his glasses off. He looked mad different without glasses. He wore glasses, so I didn't know who he was really. And I was just drunk, so I was just not coming to it. But I didn't know it was Alex. I shake the nigga like, what the fuck you doing in my room? Shit was fucked up. But yeah, shout out to my boy Bruiser, Alex, and Connor, man. What made me start getting to get my nails done is NBA players. When you see NBA players' feet, and I know I'm not in the NBA, I'm not putting this much wear and tear on my feet, but man, this nigga shit's fucked up. Shaq shit. You get what I'm saying? Look at these feet. And once I saw this shit, I'm like, nah, I ain't going out like that, man. Anytime I started to see a little crackage, I started to see a little shit look fucked up, I got to go handle it. It makes sense. I mean, you know, they getting their shit wrapped up extra tight every day to not fuck that. Hey, that's LeBron shit right there. Look at that shit just mashed together. Look like a nigga choked this shit, just grabbed this shit like this. Like, bitch ass nigga, give me that foot. I love Viagra, man. It is lit if you can handle it. Because I've had 12-hour boners before. And it's nothing wrong with taking Viagra when you need it. But when you don't really be needing that shit and you just trying to be like, nigga, I want to give a bitch a steroid fuck. I'm about to get you. Is you natty or not? This ain't no natty dick, bitch. This motherfucker coming through strong. But I'm going to tell you the problem with Viagra when you take them when you don't need to take them. Because you know you take them that night and you have a great time and you pulverize her. You punish her. You give her the maximum power. That motherfucker's still going strong the next day. You know, I ain't that big of a person. I ain't that much cushion for the pushing. But that motherfucking pelvic bone or whatever, the V bone right there, that motherfucker been raw. Like I done had, you keep just beating on that motherfucker like leg kicks in MMA or some shit. Like my shit was sore to the motherfucker and you still got a hard dick. You jacking off just to not scare people. Cause you walking around large and in charge all day long and he's taking over your brain. You can't even think right no more, man. You can't just be in McDonald's ordering McDoubles with a boner. You get what I'm saying? People go to jail for shit like that. So if you don't need Viagra, I advise you not to take that shit. It is expensive, but I know sometimes niggas like to show off. You know what I'm saying? You want to do handstands in the pussy and shit. You know, bitch be like, damn, he's still going? Like, yeah, he's still going. But the bitches be knowing though. They be knowing because I feel like my shit, it'd be like bigger or something when I take enhancements. Because I've had them say like, your shit look a little different. Your shit look a little, your shit looking a little fatter than normal. But that shit hurt. Can't be having no fucking long boners, man. Then you got to think, man, how much time you got on this dick? You know what I'm saying? That's really what I be thinking about. You only got so much time on the dick, man. And you just can't be just wasting hours, dog. You know what I'm saying? A boner should be getting used every time. Just not should be just chilled out boners. You on a flight with a boner. No, man, you can't be bonered up everywhere you go. Charged up. Yeah, that shit fucked up, man. My whole shit was I used to like to do drugs that made my dick soft. And it's nothing worse than having two girls in the room with you and they just looking at you with the most upset. I've been in the bathroom praying on my dick before, just looking at them in the face, eye to eye, like, man, don't do this to me tonight, will you please? Feel like sometimes I've been so fucked up he talked back to me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, these bitches ain't it, man. These bitches ain't it, dog. I'm straight, man. I ain't with that. My problem was I used to take a lot of Adderall and I didn't used to eat. And when you ain't eating, the dick ain't doing, he ain't got no nutrients to pull from. He like, come on, man. You ain't gave a nigga no burger, no nothing. You just want to get me hard and just have me jumping around. Then at night, I want to be drinking liquor. Numb, your body numb now. You doing all type of drugs and shit. Now you want to get freaky and shit. They just gummy worms. That's all it was. But you want a bag of gummy worms? Now you and that motherfucker doing all type of shit. Let me burn you with a candle. Let me kick you out. Let me kick you down the stairs or some shit. Throw you against the wall. You just trying to do anything to make the bitch come. All right. That's the worst shit. Getting out of jail. When I first got out of jail, all the homies was like, yo, want to smoke some weed? You want to do some shit? Like hang out? Nigga, where the bitches at? That was my first. You know the worst shit about me? I didn't get no pussy. I got out of jail. I ain't get no pussy. It took like months. None of the homies got me no bitches. I had to figure it out. My baby mama wasn't giving me no pussy. She like, fuck you, nigga. You trash. No one was trying to fuck me. And I feel like I was the most healthy. I was like in shape and shit. You get what I'm saying? You know, you come out of jail. I was doing 100 push-ups a day. This dick was strong. They don't even know. They getting no worse than me now. If you would have got the Danny Brown fresh out of jail dick, you would have really seen my peak potential. Right now, I don't even want to fuck. I don't want to fuck no more. That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna get married and I'm with my girl no more because I don't want to let nobody down. I think it's too much pressure for me to have sex now. They listen to my music, they hear all this shit, they're like, oh, Danny, oh, this nigga. And then I show up, ain't like that. It's normal. I'm 40, bitch. I got sciatica. ain't no lot of stroke motion. All right. When I first got out of jail, you know, me and my early rap phase, you know, I was going to making music and shit. And I mean, you know, I just got out of jail. I ain't had no girls. No, I was trying to meet girls and shit. So I used to go on Black Planet, but I would just look for white girls on Black Planet. You know what I'm saying? It was an easy way. So one time I met this white girl on Black Planet and we hooked up and shit. I mean, you know, I had her come to the block and shit and we was chilling. My homeboy came through and I wanted to play him some of my new music and shit. First of all, when I met her, when she came through, this was like the time where meeting girls off the internet wasn't cool at the time. Like niggas like, man, you brought this white girl to the hood, you going to jail. That's the first thing niggas said. Like, man, where you meet this girl at? I was like, I met her off the internet. They're like, you going to jail. That was the first thing they said. Nowadays, you know, of course it's normal now, but they talk about back in the days, niggas ain't even had no fucking internet or nothing. So they like, oh, this nigga Danny on some weird shit. So when I first met her, you know, I'm talking to her, she sounded kind of weird. I didn't really think nothing of, but she sounded like a little like, like a little like, I don't know, the little yellow shits that be fucking with Charlie Brown and Snoopy, no man, like like a little, you know, she had a little peanuts on her voice. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't think nothing of it. You know what I'm saying? So we was chilling in my homie truck and we bumping the music and shit. You know what I'm saying? Playing some of my new shit. And she just got hyped up and she was like, let me bust a freestyle. Turns out she's half deaf. That's why she's talking like that. I guess, maybe kind of feel good that this half-deaf girl liked my music and shit. I'm like, what she could hear inspired her to be like, let me bust a freestyle. It's not me trying to make fun of deaf people. That's just me. That's actually how she sounded, man. But yeah, so that was pretty funny to me. It was, man. Let me bust a freestyle.